Today we're going to start learning our Mrs. Wordsmith emotion words. Before we start, make sure you have paper and something to write with. If you need to fetch them, pause the video now. Emotions are feelings that we have, like being happy, excited or worried. How many different emotions can you list? Pause the video and see how many you can come up with. This week's words are happy words. I wonder if you know any synonyms for happy already. Make a list in your head or on paper of as many things as you can think of that make you happy. My list starts with dogs and chocolate. Pause and make your list. This picture shows the first of our happy words. Look carefully at the picture of Shanghai and Plato. What can you see? If you'd like some more time to look, pause the video. Our first happy word is exhilarating, which means exciting or thrilling, like the feeling of riding a roller coaster. Exhilarating. Pause the video and repeat 10 times in an exhilarated voice. Can you spot the synonyms for the adjective exhilarating? Exhilarating is an adjective, so our synonyms will be adjectives too, words which describe a noun. Think back to the definition to help you. You should be able to use the synonyms in place of the word exhilarating in a sentence. Instead of the roller coaster ride was exhilarating, which synonyms could you use? Did you manage to spot the 3 synonyms? Exciting, energizing and thrilling are all synonyms for exhilarating. Instead of we went on a thrilling adventure, I could say we went on an exhilarating adventure. The rest of the words are our word pairs, which we can describe as exhilarating. Exhilarating adventure is a word pair. Pause the video and practice saying the rest of the word pairs. Look carefully at the picture of army. What can you see? This is going to be our second happy word. Our next word is ecstatic, which means blissful or perfectly happy. How you would feel if you won an Academy Award. So Army looks ecstatic because he's won an award for his acting in a film. Again, this is an adjective, a word we use to describe a noun. How many times can you repeat the word ecstatic in an ecstatic voice in 30 seconds? Pause the video and see. Now, can you spot the synonyms that have the same or a similar meaning to our word ecstatic? Think back to the definition to help you find them. These words are going to be adjectives too. You should be able to use the synonyms in place of ecstatic in a sentence because they have a similar meaning. Instead of the child felt ecstatic on their birthday, what synonym could we use? Look carefully, pause the video and find the 3 synonyms. Did you manage to find them? Thrilled, perfectly happy and blissful are all synonyms for ecstatic. The rest are our word pairs. For example, ecstatic winner is a word pair. Have you ever won anything? Did you feel ecstatic? Practice saying the rest of the word pairs after you pause the video. Look carefully at this picture of Bernice and Grit. What can you see? Which character is feeling particularly happy? Pause the video if you'd like to look at the picture for longer. Our third word is gleeful. This is another adjective which means cheerful or merry when you feel full of joy. Pause the video and see how many times you can write the word gleeful in 30 seconds. Now, can you spot the synonyms that have the same or a similar meaning to gleeful? It's an adjective, a word which we use to describe a noun, so our synonyms are going to be adjectives too. Look back to the definition of the word to help you, and you should be able to use the synonyms in place of gleeful in a sentence. Instead of the child had a gleeful grin on their face, Which of these words could you use? Look carefully, pause the video and find the 3 synonyms. Did you spot them? Cheerful, merry and full of fun are all synonyms for gleeful. The rest are our word pairs. For example, gleeful squeal is a word pair. Pause the video and practice the rest. There are 3 more happy words today which you will be practicing independently. I'm going to introduce each word for you and give you an example of the word in a sentence. Our next word is light-hearted, which means carefree and happy, so pleased you could jump for joy. This is another adjective. For example, Yin and Yang were in a light-hearted mood on their birthday and ran around laughing. Our next happy word is overjoyed, which means extremely happy and gleeful when you feel like partying. For example, after studying for weeks, Army was overjoyed with his brilliant results. Our last word for today is contented, which means satisfied and comfortable, like feeling so relaxed and happy that you could sleep soundly. This is another adjective. Here's an example in a sentence. The contented cat purred as he snuggled even further into the soft blanket. Now you're going to practice finding the synonyms and word pairs for each of these words. Remember, there are 3 synonyms for each word before you move on to finding the word pairs. Make sure you look back at the definition to help you to find the synonyms. You could do this on paper, on this sheet saved on the website, or practice repeating the synonyms and word pairs out loud. In a moment, pause the video and then press play when you're ready to check your answers, which are on the next slide. If you would like an extra challenge, write an interesting sentence for each of today's happy words. Use the word pairs you have practiced to help you with ideas. Make sure your sentences are punctuated accurately. Here's my example for contented. Miss Jones had a contented smile on her face as she imagined all the children practicing their fantastic vocabulary. Well done for all your hard work.